June Jones said earlier this week that despite the rainy conditions Saturday against TCU and despite the drop passes, he thought Garrett Gilbert played probably his best game as a Mustang. Do you agree with that? And what did you like about his performance the other night?
Well, a lot of things that he's doing week to week as he gets better is he's getting more consistent with his decisions. He's getting better at understanding where everybody is. He's getting more consistent with his throws. And there's a confidence beginning to slowly develop in him, which is critically important. And I think the decisions he made, the throws he made, there was a certain decisiveness about the throws. There wasn't an uncertainty that when you're not sure where people are going to be or you're not sure what you should be doing. That was kind of a little earlier, and that's to be expected. That's I mean, as you know, this is a young man that didn't go through spring. He's never been in this offense before, so it's going to take a little bit of time. But I thought that his confidence level, his decision making, and his throws were more decisive than he's been in the past, and he's getting better every week. And really comes down to quarterbacks: is good decisions, good throws, in its simplest form. And then you layer down into that as to how you're making good decisions and how you're making good throws.
The receivers have taken a little bit of heat this week because of some drop passes, but earlier in the year, in the first couple of games, it seemed like there were a few throws that either went really high or bounced in. Was that simply a matter of Garrett trying to impress you and Coach Jones, or getting used to his new teammates, maybe pressing a little bit, lack of familiarity with the offense? Because it seems like that has been reduced in the last couple of weeks.
I think it is confidence in knowing, if you're real comfortable knowing where everything is and where everybody's going and where your eyes go and what exactly you're doing. There's a lot of moving parts that occur, particularly in more recent years on the defensive side. And it takes a little while to get comfortable with that and know where everything's are. So you all of a sudden you're thinking so much that your mechanics may slip of that. You may overstride. Your arm may get ahead of your body because your eyes see it really suddenly, but your feet don't follow it. And it's when you start to put everything together and you know so well where everybody is that your body and your mechanics can kind of calm down and then start throwing like he does in practice, which is pretty consistently accurate. So I think it's all a matter of his development. He's coming actually a little faster than a number of the quarterbacks in the past have come. So he's coming along. It's never a direct climb in the learning curve. It's going to have a little bit of a up and down to it, but as long as it's consistently rising, he'll be very fine in the next few weeks.
You've always talked about the confidence of your quarterbacks, and when you have a day like Saturday where there are some drop passes, whether it's because of rain or anything else, do you worry about a little hangover in terms of the quarterback's confidence in his receivers? And if so, how do you combat that or overcome that?
I think if he was a freshman and if he was young and we've had to have some freshmen playing at times, I would be concerned and be addressing that. But I'm dealing with a kid who's a little bit more mature. He's a little bit been involved with playing, and I think he understands that, and he understands that he has a great deal of trust in these receivers. He's getting to know them better and better. They have a nice rapport with each other. So it doesn't impact his confidence. And he and I talk about it. He's just keep throwing, keep going, keep getting after the guys, keep doing what you need to do, and they'll be fine. And he's really good about understanding that. He doesn't get down about it. He doesn't get down on them or himself about it. He just keeps going to the next throw, go to the next throw, go to the next throw.
When Garrett first got to SMU, there was so much attention surrounding him because of his career at Texas and even in high school. But you and Coach Jones both said repeatedly his head is going to swim for a little while as he absorbs this new offense, which is, what, his fourth or fifth in 6 years? Is his head still swimming some?
It will swim a little bit, but it's becoming less and less, and I see him much more definitive as to, okay, what did you see? I saw this. Walk me through this, here to here to here. He's becoming more definitive in his decisions and knowing where everybody is. And that's the progress, the teaching progress and the learning progress. And as we've said many times, that curve doesn't have a direct line. It's going to have a little bit of a wobble to it as it goes. And we just have to kind of stay within ourselves. We understand it. We're going to be patient with it. We understand where he's going to go. We can see the skills he has. And he's doing quite well right now for where he is. And we want to just keep him on that path.
You head to El Paso this weekend to play UTEP in the first conference game of the year, and El Paso seems to traditionally be a pretty tough place for some opponents to play. Mm-hmm. What is it about that place that makes it difficult for visiting teams?
I wish I could tell you. I mean, and it's not just us. You know, I watched Oklahoma struggle down there this year, and I know Houston had some big wins last year and went down there and lost. And nobody really knows what it is about that place or how they play there. But they're very tough at home, and they're very comfortable at home. So we have to go in there and stay very mature, stay right on task, just treat it like practice. Complete balls, move the ball down the field, stick it in the end zone as many times as we can, and start to go, fight our way through that. But it's been consistent. It's been consistent over the years. I mean, we struggled down there when we were in Hawaii as well. So it's been a long-term thing. And it's always tough to play them down there at their place.
In your first 4 games, SMU is 1-3 going into the UTEP game. You lost to 3 teams that were either nationally ranked or at least very talented teams with prolific offenses. And even in the game you won, Coach Jones and some of the players said, the offense didn't click on every level. What's the temperature of this offense right now, or the confidence level, both from you and Coach Jones and even some of the players?
Well, you're always working on the confidence of your players, no matter, even if we were playing lights out right now, we would still be correcting things and trying to get better. We try to stay as even keel as we can as a staff. Our task is to try to get a little bit better next week than we were last week, and then after UTEP we try to get a little bit better against Tulane than we were against UTEP, and we try to keep moving in that direction. So we feel very good about the players, the kids we've had, the system. We don't deviate from it. We don't panic in it. We're going to just stay the task. We've done this long enough that we know that you don't start throwing everything out and changing everything just because you're 1-3 right now. We understand what we had to face, and we understand what we had to face with. And the big thing is to have the eye on just this week of getting better than we were last week, and not worrying about anything else around us, whether it's media or whether it's records or whatever it is. Just stay focused on ourselves and just stay calm and just get after this thing and just get better this week.
What concerns you the most, or what are the biggest challenges that Garrett and the offense face this weekend from the UTEP defense?
They're very good, and they're very athletic, and they run the ball. They run to the ball very well, and they are. We're probably going to give us a little bit more man coverage than we've seen in the past. So it's one, and they also are pretty aggressive in the front as well. So they play good defense, and it just doesn't let up, and that's just the reality. Even Stephen Austin had some guys up front there, big-time guys. And so we just got to keep getting better and better, knowing that this team is very good, and we have to go down and play them at their place, knowing they're very good. They're probably thinking this is going to be a win for them, and we need to go down there and just take the crowd out of it, take them out of it, and get down to business.